welcome to the Funko Illuminati. My name is Sean, and today is a mail haul day. Now, normally I would have a picture of the bags, but this is actually over 2 weeks worth of stuff that I've been getting. I've gotten stuff from EB Games, Toys R Us, Hot Topic, along with K-Dog and Fish, and Pop in a Box. So it's been a kind of a hodgepodge of different things. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you everything that I was able to get over the past 2 weeks and some things that I've been really wanting for a while and wasn't even sure I was going to get because, to be honest with you, Canada's been on a bit of a delay. To give you an idea, normally pop releases at Hot Topic were always on a Thursday. Now, it can be any day. It can be a Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. It doesn't matter what day of the week it is. So you got to really watch Instagram as well as keep a close network of collector friends, and if you're lucky enough, and you'll find what you're looking for. But in the meantime, let's get started. All right, so the first thing is one of the second last pieces I need to finish off the new wave of Back to the Future pops, and that is Marty McFly in the puffy vest. Now, funny thing, I actually had a similar vest like this in the early 90s. And didn't have the same type of jean jacket, but I had the same type of vest. I'm glad I got this. I wasn't sure. The last thing I need to get is the clock tower, which is hopefully going to be coming soon. But there we are in his little vest. I love it. It looks great. There we go. If we can make sure not to get that. Overall, I'm glad I got this. It's been a really hard set to get. It didn't get all released here in Canada, which I was really disappointed in. But hey, at least it came in, right? So, now, the next thing is, this is from Pop in a Box. Here we are. And it's from the Venom line, and it is Mayhem with April Parker. One of the ones I wanted to get. Now, there's another one that was released, and I'll get into that in a moment, but this I'm glad I was able to get from Pop in a Box. They recently, to give you an idea, and this is really the pain of being a Canadian collector. So, first of all, let's look at this one. We'll get into my thing in a second. So, this looks great. I love this pop. I love the way it looks. Especially when it was spoiled. I was all over it. In fact, I was afraid I wasn't going to get it because I missed out on when it came out. And usually these things have a tendency to sell pretty quickly. But I was lucky enough. What I was going to bring up about that with Pop in a Box is Pop in a Box uses DHL. DHL, when they get to the border, used to use Canada Post. Now they use another company called Apple Express. Apple Express is a very unique company in the sense that they only deliver once, and if you don't get it, it goes right back. Now, when I was doing my Chase Roulette earlier this month, actually it would have been last month, I missed both those deliveries, and because I missed both those deliveries, I had to raise a little hell, and they finally said, okay, we'll deliver it, which was nice, because honestly, I was not impressed. Now, the next thing I'm going to point out, now, these came from, these, I'll explain, there's two, but the first one is, this came from Toys R Us. Now, I'm really happy that I got this exclusive. I was surprised that it was there. I went in with a friend of mine, his name is Vince. We went in, took a look, and I saw this there, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to get it. Now, the other one I wanted but wasn't there, I'll explain, and that's on the back of this, and you can see here, is Scream. Scream is also available at Toys R Us, but I missed out on it, and it's one I really, really want, because I love the symbiote line. Now, unfortunately, it's not part of the Venom line, but in my mind, I would consider it part of it. There we are, and there we are, Superior Armor Spider-Man Mark III. Love the helmet on this thing. The helmet on this is amazing. I'm glad I got it. It is one of my... Now, the only thing I'd like to do, and I might buy a second one, is I thought just go with a little translucent glow-in-the-dark on the eyes would make this thing look amazing. But I will definitely be going after that. To make it into a glow-in-the-dark. Let's move this over here a little so we can... Oh. Okay, guess it's not going to work in camera. Oh, well. I'll just do it this way, then. I will win. Okay, so next is one that showed up at EB Games Canada, which I was really surprised. It's not even available on their site. It just popped up there. So I was happy to get this. This is Superior Octopus. If you've ever read this particular line in the Spider-Man comic series, it's a really good storyline. Basically, what happens is Otto Octavius takes over Peter Parker's body and becomes Spider-Man. And through living his life through, I think it was almost the better part of a year in the comics, he realizes that, you know, being a villain wasn't really the best thing for him. And if anything, it led to him having a shorter life. And he figured, you know, he was a better Spider-Man, so why don't he try to be a better hero than Spider-Man himself? And so he became the superior octopus. Good story. Really suggest if you get a chance, read it. I'm sure there's probably a trade paperback for it by now. Now the next one. Now this is really funny. I wanted this pop really badly, and so this is what I was reading about by Keep a Close Network of Friends. For me, for my Hot Topic, because they're not always reliable on posting on Instagram, I've resorted to putting all the surrounding Hot Topics in my area on Instagram and putting them on first post. So when something pops up at one, it usually pops up the other the day before because they post the day before. This is how I knew this was coming out. I wanted this so badly, I got up at 7:30, went down to the mall, waited for it to open. Then from 7:30 to about 8, quarter after 8, they opened the doors, I got in. Now this particular Hot Topic doesn't open until 12, so I was there at 7:30 to 12. Mind you, luckily I had my phone, an extra battery, and watched a crap load of movies. Some people showed up. We had a really great time. It was kind of nice. It was like the old days before all this happened. A bunch of collectors sitting in line, waiting, talking, shooting the breeze, having a good time, and basically just, you know, making connections, which is nice. So what I'm talking about is, and I'll explain, is I'm going to pull both these out. That is the Murder Machine Batman. These are amazing. Now, I also have a new setup now for when I do my rotations at the end of my videos. So you guys are going to see these suckers, see one of these guys glow, and I think it's going to look amazing. Now, unfortunately, a lot of the chase boxes were slightly damaged. I don't even think it'll show up on this camera as well. There's just a slight crease. You can see the color variation of the glare. I might do a box swap. I don't know. I'm not planning on giving these up anytime soon. I'm definitely going to keep them for a while. I wanted this one for a while, and I'm glad I got it. Granted, you know, had to do a lot to get it, but it was worth it. Now, in the same breath, another chase that I wanted that I wasn't sure I was going to get, and luckily through the grapevine I found out that it was going to be released at Hot Topic and was able to get one, and that is the Korra chase. Now the glow on this one isn't as great. You guys will hopefully get a chance to see it, but overall I'm happy that I got this. I'm not interested in collecting the whole line. I particularly just care for the character itself. I wish the glow was a little stronger and better, but overall it looks pretty cool. But there we are. So now the last thing I got. Now every other Friday, and you can find out through their Instagram, K-Dog and Fish does a basically a Instagram auction. Now I wasn't able to get the one that I wanted really badly, but I was able to get this one. This particular pop I've wanted for a while, never been able to find it at a reasonable price, and I was able to get this. Now hopefully I can open this up without actually tearing my hands off. Alright, so let's... Alright. Alright, so don't need that. You guys don't need to see where I live. Well, if you do, well, we can talk about it later. So let's take a look here. Okay. I like the fact that they put fragile stickers on this, because honestly, our post office has been horrendous lately with some things. In fact, my mother recently just got into collecting, and she had a package where they literally, for her building, they have a like a designated postal box for large packages for when people get stuff in. This person literally shoved a 5-pound sack into a 3-pound sack. 5 pounds worth of stuff into a 3-pound sack, and she had to wait the next day until another postie came by to open it up so she could get it out through the back of it. because the person didn't realize that the hole that they use to receive their mail is much smaller than the one that they put the mail in. And it's not the first time they've done it, so... Oh, wow. There we go, finally. Okay. Beautiful, beautiful packing job as always, gentlemen. So, you know what? Because we don't need to see the inside of the box. I'm just going to put that down here. There we are. K-Dog and Fish, another sticker for the wall. Got quite a few of these, actually. But here we are. So I wanted, like I said, I wanted this for a while. This one here is the White Lantern Flash. Now, I did want the White Lantern Batman, which eventually I will get one of these days. Oh, sweet. It's in a pop protector, too. Nice. So, here we are. White Lantern Flash. If you ever get a chance to read the storyline for this is really good. It's Blackest Night. I have all the trade paperbacks, which is odd because I don't really collect comics that much, but it was one I wanted. It's a good series. I suggest you read it if you love comics. It's been out for quite a while now, but here we are. This is beautiful. Excellent shape. Nothing wrong with it. And it's in a pop protector. Thank you, K-Dog and Fish. This is great. So, yeah, that's pretty well been my haul over the past 2 weeks. I'm going to be doing a Marvel Zombie review on my next video. But overall, beautiful. I got 2 chases, Pop in a Box, EB Games, Toys R Us, K-Dog and Fish. I mean, basically all my local haunts. So, you know, I'm happy. If you like this video, like, subscribe. Really means the world to me. I really appreciate it. In the meantime, I want to say thank you for taking the time to watch. And if you like what you see, like, subscribe. Means the world to me. And remember, be good to each other. Okay now. Bye.